Okay friends, one of the first things we need to do to get started on our job is to safely raise and support the front of the truck so the wheels are off the ground. After that, remove all 5 of your lug nuts and then the wheel. Now the next thing that we need to do is break free our jam nut. I'm going to go ahead and grab onto this with some long pliers. Just turn the tie rod. Okay. Once you have that broken free, we're going to move along to removing the outer tie rod end from the knuckle. We need to start off by removing the cotter pin. Slide this out of here and discard it. Now we're going to remove the nut. Take that nut, start it on there just a few threads. Next we're going to take a hammer and we're going to hit right along the knuckle right here. There we are. Remove the nut. Remove your outer tie rod end from the knuckle. Now that we have that removed, the next thing we're going to do is start unscrewing the outer tie rod end from the inner tie rod. Something about that though is you want to make sure you count the amount of times that this spins around to get removed. 1, 2, and so on. Okay, take that number, write it down somewhere. Now let's apply some copper never-seez along the threaded area here. Let's put the jam nut on there. Now it's going to be time to put our outer tie rod end on. As you put this on, you want to count the threads as it goes in. Remember the amount that when you remove the original one and match it. So I had 15 for mine. I'm just going to continue on until I get to 15. Once you have that threaded on, continue on by putting it into your knuckle. Start your nut on there. We'll snug it up and then we're going to torque it to manufacturer specifications. Let's torque this to 51 foot-pounds. Now the next thing you want to do is make sure that the slot on the nut lines up with the hole that goes through the tie rod stud. If it doesn't, you need to continue tightening the nut until the very next slot does. After that, grab your cotter pin and put it in. Once it's through, go ahead and peen it over. This ensures that the nut will not loosen up on its own. Okay, the next thing we need to do is go ahead and tighten up our jam nut. The torque for this is going to be 60 foot-pounds if you can get your torque wrench on there. For me personally, I'm just going to use these pliers, make sure it's snug. Okay, once you have this tight, the next thing you want to pay attention to is the tie rod end. You want to make sure that it's sitting parallel to the knuckle. If it looks like it's twisted like this one does, just go ahead and straighten it out. Okay friends, we got the truck all back together. What's left to do now? Go ahead and take it for a road test down to your local alignment shop.